Buying a flipped house? If you want to learn what you should know and do if you're buying a flipped house, you need to watch this video, and we're starting right now. Before we begin outlining the 12 most important things you should know and do when buying a house flip, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Take a look around and check out our videos and many resources we put together for you. I'm Kate Smith, a local Hollywood real estate agent with Kate Smith Group at eXp Realty. Watch this video to the end to get a free copy of the Ultimate Buyer's Guide, filled with priceless tips on the home buying process. Before the Great Recession of 2008, housing prices climbed dramatically and homes sold faster than buyers could gush, "I love that spa bathroom." Contractors and even handy do-it-yourself entrepreneurs got busy buying fixer-uppers and improving them in the quickest ways possible, selling them even quicker, and of course reaping the profits. Enter the real estate phenomenon of house flipping. Today's house flippers are more often professional investors with access to cash and available work crews. Low inventory and many buyers' eagerness for new construction or at least remodeled homes has caused some buyers not to do enough checking, at least in highly sought-after areas where inventory moves quickly, and some buyers don't insist on an inspection if the home has been substantially remodeled, at least visually. Hence the need of a knowledgeable and trustworthy real estate agent to guide the buyers through this rough terrain. And here is what needs to be done. 1. Check the public record. The first thing an experienced agent will do when dealing with a flip is to look at the public record and see when the property last changed hands. If it's less than a year ago, the property may require more thorough examination. While not every flip represents potential landmine, a savvy agent would be asking for information about who completed the work, as most problems arise with work done by do-it-yourself owner flippers who lack the skills of licensed contractors. 2. Visual inspection. See the property yourself or ask your agent to check it out in your place. An experienced agent should know what to look for. Inspect the structure so that they see firsthand if visible problems exist that may be red flag for deeper trouble. This is the first step of several before they call in experts. 3. Learn the history of the home. It is important to check the home history. Check previous sales and if it was owner-occupied or was it a rental property. It would make a big difference in how the home was cared for. Check how long a home may have been vacant. This can help predict whether the plumbing or other mechanical systems may have been neglected or damaged. Understand the flipping process. A flipper's goal is to make a profit in a relatively short period. Many changes are cosmetic, such as refinish hardwood floors and painting kitchen cabinets. House flippers often replace countertops, appliances, and fixtures in what tend to be the buyer's favorite rooms, the kitchen and the bathrooms. They may forego fixing the most expensive, time-consuming, and less visible problems. For example, a rotted subfloor may be deemed not worth fixing if it is underneath gleaming boards, and dated plumbing may be left untouched as long as faucets work and water pressure seems okay. They also know that most buyers reach a point where they just want to be done looking and are happy to focus just on what's moving ready, new and pretty. 5. Check the appliances and faucets. The majority of work in flipped homes is often in kitchens and bathrooms, as we said. And turning on the water in those rooms can be a quick indicator of any plumbing issues. We have seen numerous house flips that have plumbing issues due to shoddy workmanship on hooking up water hoses. Turning on faucets would signal if there are issues with the water pressure, or in some cases, if the hardware hasn't been hooked up to a water source at all. 6. Look under the cabinets. House flippers often focus on cosmetic appeal of the home rather than functionality. Check the cabinets beneath sinks and other areas you can easily open to see beneath the surface work. 7. Look under the kitchen sink, particularly at the garbage disposal. If you see that the drain lines, disposal and wiring have been spray painted, it's a sign the flipper or contractor is covering dated disposal, an appliance which is often neglected in a flip. 8. Eye the baseboards and paint. If baseboards or paint lines look uneven, it can be a sign that flipper made shortcuts throughout the house. Look at how the floor baseboard and wall meet. Check for straight lines. 9. Walk over to the water heater. If it looks old, it probably is old. A new water heater can range in cost between $600 and more than $2,000. 10. Hire a certified home inspector. If all looks good so far, now is the time, and it is highly recommended to hire a certified home inspector to avoid surprises later. But even some home inspectors can miss signs of problems beyond the surface. A good inspector would follow up on possible trouble spots. A wall that sounds hollow and may be lacking solid backer board and studs, and they will then request more information. 11. Bring in additional specialists. After reviewing the inspection report, if there are any areas of concern, calling in a skilled expert may be a good idea. An average plumbing inspection ranges from $150 to $400. In the case of electrical work, a new junction box may suggest all is well, but that doesn't mean wiring was brought up to code. Houses built in the late 1960s and early 70s often were wired with aluminum, which was outlawed, and copper was required. An electrician will pull off the panel cover and examine what lies behind. Number 12. Check on what permits were pulled, especially in cases where the floor plan has changed or a load-bearing wall was removed. A lack of permits should be a major red flag. Also, make sure permits were inspected and approved, not just pulled. As promised, you can find instructions on how to download your free copy of the Ultimate Buyer's Guide in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment and share the love. Thanks for joining me today. Kate Smith, Hollywood, Florida.